Hi, good evening, everyone. It's just Damian here. As you are aware, I am not on the camera, on the phone camera tonight. It's just I want to make this video quick, and it's 26 minutes past 8, and I'm wanting to watch South Park that starts online on Pluto at 9. So, so I had a bit of a bad experience yesterday, being dressed and that kind of thing. But it's not really affected me today. As you can see, I've been out again today. Got the girls out again. Got the lipstick on, and got the uh, mascara on. I don't try to do too much with the makeup and that kind of thing, as I like to keep it natural and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's just a bit of a bad experience in that I had yesterday. Uh, I was getting some. I'd been A&E at James Cook, and I was getting some nasty comments and that off uh, people and that in the at the outside of the hospital near where the ambulances come in. They were at least on cannabis, I think, because I overheard them talking to each other about them being on cannabis. So yeah, they were telling me why they were just giving me nasty comments, saying why you're in your lass's dress, and a few other nasty comments, and that's the main one that I remember. But said why you're in your lass's dress and a couple of other things and that. Um, it did happen once, and it did happen once, but and when I went to see if the vending machine was open, and then I went back, and then I went back out. I think for something I can't remember. I went back out for something and I got it again. But the sister, the sister was in the area and she overheard them when I was coming out. She told them to keep the derogative comments to themselves and that. But but yeah, the I don't have a lass, and the my dresses, and I'm proud of it. I, hand on heart, can say that the my dresses, and I'm proud of the fact that I want to wear a dress, wear the lipstick, and wear the makeup and that, and I do enjoy it, and it. I do admit that it happened again today, and it's happened in the past where, as I've said before, I walk past shop windows or mirrors and I get a glance at myself in the mirror or the window, and I'm like, walk past, and I'm like smiling and feel more confident in that, looking at my reflection and that kind of thing, and I don't feel happier, to be honest. So yeah, as I say, I've been trying to go out at least once a week since November, but the last couple of weeks, 3 weeks, I think, 3 weeks in a row now, I've been out twice in a week. So yeah, I've got the girls out again. I've got the dress on. I've got the boots on. I don't have the boots on now, but I did. But yeah, I've never been any more happier and proud of myself than what I am now, and I'm not going to let some lightweight individuals tell me otherwise. In fact, it's just made me more prouder, to be honest. But I do appreciate the sister and that yesterday for intervening. But yeah, as I wanted to do an update in that as well, basically just on my mental health support or round my support and that in general. As you're aware, I've got autism and Asperger's, and I have been getting severe anxiety attacks and that with it, and I get intrusive thoughts towards situations, towards individuals, and it's chronic. It's chronic. It's been going on for over a year, but the with the anxiety, I get chest pain, palpitations. But as soon as you're in the crisis team or whoever, tell them that you've got chest pain or palpitations, it's they're telling you to contact 111, and they're sending ambulances out, and then ambulances are adamant you need to go to hospital, and then you go to hospital and you get the bloods done and the whole routine starts again. So yeah, it's just a bit of a vicious circle with that. And then the paramedics came out on Friday night and they'd radioed the they'd phoned the crisis team and said, I've got anxiety related to intrusive thoughts and feelings. Crisis team were like, we don't deal with anxiety related to intrusive thoughts and feelings. It needs to be contacted through the police. So then they called the police. Police haven't been out yet or anything, but then the police came out on I'd phoned the police and I'd phoned the crisis team, sorry, on Sunday because the thoughts and that were building up again. So I'd phoned the mental health team and that, and they said, from what you've disclosed, we have to refer this to the police. And this was twice, and then there was someone else that said that I needed to phone the police and that as well. So yeah, and then the police get annoyed that I ring them all the time, and then it's just this vicious circle. So I'm trying to get things back on track, and I do have a couple of ideas in that that I want to implement, and what I want to implement and get going again. I do want to work with Emily again, and I think she's going to be doing some work with the guy for my appeal for the social care. She's called Emily Price. She's got autism herself and communication therapist. So I'm trying to bring in the people that know me well enough, so that I can get the plans in place and that I need implementing. But for her to do the work with the guy, for her to do the appeal and that with a guy, for her to work with a guy, and that's going to cost me at least £70. So I don't mind paying it as long as it's done right. But yeah, I just need to get things done right, correct, and things done right and correct and that kind of thing. And I know that she's got autism and that herself, so it needs to get people brought in for the correct thing. But yeah, I've got the girls out. The girls look a bit bigger in different colours apart from black. As I say, when I've done videos before and I've been in the black dress or whatever, the girls haven't looked as big. But I'm like, as you can see in the videos, and I'm trying to look at myself in the camera. But yeah, I've got plans that I want to implement, and that a couple of things are on hold legally at the moment. So that's on hold. But once I can get things done and that, once I can get things up and running and that, it's going to be a lot more positive and a lot more happier in that as well. But yeah, I was thinking last week, I don't know if I've made it in a video or what, but I was thinking the other day that I've got, if I can go away this year, wear a dress on holiday, on the plane if I can, and if I can go to the dentist in a dress and that kind of thing, it'll be everything that I can do legally where I've been dressed, and that's a huge achievement. And that I never thought with the cross-dressing or how I wanted to approach it, that like I never thought that I'd go this far with it, and I never thought I'd enjoy it in that as much and that kind of thing. I know that in the past, as I've said, sometimes where I don't nappies and that for sensory needs, and I have in hospitals and that asked for a nappy or whatever for sensory needs, but I've noticed that I don't need to do that as much now if I go and I've got the dress on, the girls out, and that kind of thing. I find this really comfortable and comforting to me, and as well with a nappy or with certain things, you don't like for sensory needs and that you don't see, but with the dress you can see the dress, you can see the not bra, you can't see the bra, but you can see the boobs, the boobies in the girls with the effect that it gives you, and you can see the lipstick, you can see the earrings, you can see the necklace just about. But as I say, I'm never more prouder than I am right now. I'm never more happier, and I'm really enjoying it. And that I was in James Cook on that yesterday till about, I didn't get home till about 22, 22 quarter 4 in the morning, and I went to bed. I did go to bed and got up about 10. So yeah, to be honest with you, I went to bed, got up at 10, and there's some days where I can go to bed. There's some days where I can go to bed at 12 and get up at half 8, and I'm more tired than going than than going to bed at 4 and getting up at 10. When there's been days in the past as well where I've went to bed at 12 and woke up at 10 and more tired than what I am now. So yeah, just need to look out for other opportunities and that, and get a few things fixed. And that I was a little bit annoyed today because I wanted to go out and at dinner time, and I've been trying to print some forms off for the police officers. Just that I wanted to help me with a couple of things. Nothing to worry about. But it's just about this about a community mentor program that I found that could be beneficial for me. But it's run by the police, and I think you can be referred by the police. So I'm looking at that, and just asked her if she could refer me to that and a couple of other things as well. But yeah, it's like I'd tried printing it off. I've had this issue before where I've, like last year, and that I tried printing off a load of paperwork and that for the hospital and that in the past, and I couldn't get it working before I printed it, tried everything back then, and then I got home and it worked. So I managed to get the printer to work. I'd tried uninstalling the printer and then reinstalling it. That didn't work. I tried uninstalling reinstalling Office, but then I had some issues where I couldn't get Office activated, or Office kept crashing during the installation process. And then I did a deep clean on the printer, and I did it a couple of times because I think I wasn't aware that when you do deep clean on the printer, it doesn't print it on paper. But yeah, I think before it, I thought a while back it had printed it on paper, so it used a little bit of ink, but not much. But I've did some other tests and that on the printer and that as well, so the printers work. So then I got Office reactivated and reinstalled, and then I got a few other things reinstalled and that as well. So um, um, I'm I've got all that sorted and that now. So went out to town, got off at Albert Hill, or at the end of Albert Hill near Morrison's, so that I could go to Poundland, the one that was open, so that I could buy a bit more lipstick and a bit more mascara because it's starting to wear down. So yeah, I just like, but yeah, I just feel a lot more happier and I'm a lot more positive in that dressed in ladies' clothes. I don't wear the wig. Uh, I don't wear the wig in that because it's too itchy, and I truly feel a lot more happier, and I couldn't be any more prouder than what I am than what I am now. With what had happened last night, uh, I went back out today, put the dress on, put the girls out again, put the makeup on and that again, and went back out today, had something to eat and drink. And to be honest with you, if I did dress up earlier on, before I came into the living room to do the updates and that, what I needed to do the letter and that I needed to, if I wasn't dressed in a dress and be all dolled up, I didn't have the necklace on or the earrings or the makeup on them, but if I hadn't had the dress on or if I hadn't had the bra on the girls out, or if I hadn't had the leggings on or anything, I wouldn't have gone out. I would have either walked over to Asda and got something to eat from there, or got a takeaway. But as I say, I was all looking forward to it again, and once I've got the dress and that on, I like to go for something to eat or drink or go away and eat in a dress and that as well. So yeah, it's like I'm I'm me and I'm proud. It's my dresses and I am proud of that. I can say that now. Maybe it's last year, at the beginning of last year, I would have felt physically sick trying to say that, but I've got to be congruent to myself and true to myself, and I do admit that there's been ups and downs with the cross dressing and that, but these are my dresses, these are my girls, and I'm proud of it. So yeah, keep you informed with updates and things moving forward. Uh, Bit of a disappointing weekend last weekend with the Grand Prix. I thought Norris was going to catch Verstappen to overtake him, but he didn't. But yeah, as I say, this is my dress. This is my dress. These are my girls, and I am proud. So yeah, if you want to know anything or want to learn more, feel free to message me. Feel free to uh, leave comments and that. As I say, any negative comments or anything would be deleted. Just a disclosure there, but this is my dress, these are my girls, and I am proud. Thank you. Bye.